So we're going to be making some pumpkin soup. First of all, we've got to chop up that bad boy. Get in, you can hold it and show how big it is. We've got a large pumpkin from, don't give it to me because it's really heavy, from Tesco, and it was like £2 I think, so it's really, really big. I'll show you in a bit what we actually need for this recipe, but first of all we are going to chop the pumpkin up, and I can't do it because it is too big and it's going to be really, really painful. And I don't know if you noticed, but we're not in the normal kitchen, we're actually in our home kitchen today because I couldn't make it to my mum's, which is the normal kitchen that we're in, because I'm in a lot of pain today and I haven't been able to make it out of the house because I'm quite sore. And I don't really want to be getting in and out of the car and all the way to my mum's because she lives a bit away from us. So we're at home today. It's the first time cooking in the home kitchen, which isn't disabled access at all, and my mum's house totally is disabled access all over the place. So you've got to bear with us, and I'll see you in a bit when Core Father helps me chop this. See you in a bit.
And there we have it. Good old trusty knife.
Woo!
That's a wrap.
So basically, what we're doing, and I've taken to using my hands because Gethin's getting them all over the shop. Taking out all the seeds and the centre of the pumpkin, ready to cook in the oven. So back, and what we're going to do now is going to put them in the oven. Core Father had to strip them a bit more. It was getting a bit too much for me, so he stripped them totally and he's taken out all the insides, and as you can see they've all been scraped really, really good. So remember to do that because you don't want loads of stringy bits in there. If there is, then it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat these with some oil. You can use coconut butter if you wanted to, but this is just vegetable oil. And it's got a bit of salt, it's got a bit of pepper, and then all I'm going to do after that is sprinkle a bit of coriander and a bit of paprika. And then once we're actually making the soup later, we'll add all the herbs and spices in with the onions when we're cooking, because that's where we're going to get all the flavour. The good thing I feel about being at home is that not only have we got both the kids here, we've actually got all the dogs, and you can't see down here, but we've got our little baby puppy, or little baby Jack Russell, and I can't hold her because that's really unhygienic. And that's Lucky, who you've seen a previous video about. And she's getting a big girl now. She's she's 7 months now, isn't she? Nearly 7 months. Around about that. No, 6 months? 5. 8? You can talk.
About 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
10, maybe 12 weeks.
I thought she was older than that.
No. August the 8th, wasn't it?
Feels like a really long time. But yeah, I've got the dogs running around me, which I just love. And I know we're not in a proper cooking. We're not going to give this to anybody else, it's just for us, so it's not too bad. But for you dog lovers out there that can't be away from their dogs, then you know exactly what I mean about can't be away from your dogs, because I'm that way. I'm going to try and take some of that off because I was a bit too keen on that one. It's all good because I love cooking it. See? That's the dog. Lucky's feeling her boots at the moment. She's testing it with Mummy. She's like, I can get you, Mum. She's really testing it with Mummy. So then what we're going to do, shake this up because I don't want any lumps first. I'm going to put a little bit of paprika in there because I love my paprika. And it's smoked as well, so it's going to give such good flavour. Put that in there. And then we're ready to put them in the oven. It's a bit heavy. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the oven for about, gas mark between 200 and 190. And we're going to put it on for about an hour. I think about an hour, hour and a half. I don't think you're going to need any more than that. I've seen quite a few recipes online that say an hour and 20 actually, hour and 20. I've seen quite a few recipes online that saying about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. These aren't actually really thick pumpkins, they're actually quite thin, so I don't think they're going to take that long. So we're going to put it on for about that, and then I'll check in for you when they're done for about an hour, and we'll see how soft they are, and we'll be back then. I'll see you in there. Oh, that's alright, they've gone out. So we're just going to put the onions, and then with the onions I've got 4 cloves of garlic. Now if you see, they've been not finely chopped, but they've been chopped enough. So you want to get those flavours going. Now what we're going to do is these herbs, so what I told you, what we had here, I've mixed them together with a bit of salt and that ground white pepper. And now what we're going to do is put 2 teaspoons of that in. Now I can't get to here because obviously, like I told you, it isn't disability access, so Gethin's going to have to come in, and if you mix that together for me, Geth. Make sure it's on heat. The only thing you've got to be careful with is these pans, is these handles, they actually get hot. So make sure you have got your oven mitt by hand. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cook these off for about 10-15 minutes until they soften up. So the onions are nice and caramelised. And all I'm going to do now, that is done, I'm going to add half of my stock. Now this is, I've put it away so you can't see, and I don't know where I put it. All this is these, and they are vegetable stock cubes from Tesco's. Now make sure you always check your ingredients. Now these have only got salt, palm oil, potato starch, milk, sugar, yeast extract, dried vegetables. The only allergies it says is celery and milk. Now if you can't have milk, there are other options, but these are just vegetable stock cubes. So in total, shouldn't be picking up anything. This is just basically some water and 2 stock cubes. So I'm going to put half of the mixture in this. And then we just stir the onions up. Now remember, the onions have already been cooking on a low heat. Make sure you don't turn that up because we don't want anything to burn. We want all those flavours to cook really nicely. Slow, gradual heat, that's all we need. So we're going to let this go for a further 10 minutes. And perfect. Yeah, another 10 minutes. and then we will add the rest of our pumpkin. Now all I've been doing is I've just been basically scooping out the pumpkin. Now you can have the skin, literally you can eat this, you can, it will blend up, it's fine, it'll just, I think it'll just have like some chunks and stuff like that. But all you do is scoop it out, it will come out really, really easy because you've had this cooking for so long. So you basically just scoop it all out, and as you can see, it's coming out so, so easy. And it smells so good. Oh, it is going to be good. And it's cooled down now as well, which is another good thing. The perfect thing to eat around Halloween. And you've got all the good yummy flavours as well. Yum, yum, yum. This is so good. You know when it comes around to a certain season and like you crave something like a Christmas, you go, oh, I can't wait for Christmas dinner. It's like Halloween, it's like pumpkin soup. That's what it is, that's what it's all about. And this is just like yum, and it's gluten free, which is even better. So that is done. So all we're going to do now, that is ready. I'm going to have to ask for a bit of assistance because there's no way I'm going to be able to pick that up. So if you would like to, could you empty that in there for me?
I can.
You might need to hold on to that because it's really hot. So all we've done is basically used half of the pumpkin. You can use all the pumpkin, depends on the size. But we've got another recipe that we're doing tomorrow that we're going to use the rest of the pumpkin for, which you'll see. And we're just going to let that cook for a further 10 minutes. And then we'll be back. So this has been cooking on low heat now for that 10 minutes, and as you can see, it looks like a lot of stodge. It's actually cooked down and it's really, really good. Those onions are really caramelised and all those juicy flavours are in this, and the pumpkin is basically gone to like this like a stew or like a mash. It's gone all creamy. So what we're gonna do is basically use the blender, and this is going to be really noisy, so you're not going to hear anything I'm saying, but I'm going to carry on talking just to be weird. I don't want to pick it up because I know I want to go. What I'm going to get now, because I can't, blah, 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 I can't get to the back of this, so I'm going to ask the poor father to come in. I've pulsated it, so if you just do the top one until it's nice and creamy, then you can go ahead and do that with me.
We're blending.
That was the world's worst disco, wasn't it? Yes, that's all done. Now it's looking all nice and creamy. Don't put it near an open flame. Turn that down altogether.
Pass it to the mystery hand.
Pass it to the mystery hand. So at the moment, this is actually quite thick. So if you don't like thick soup, which I'm not a lover of really thick soup, we've still got some of the vegetable stock. So what I'm going to do is add a bit of this vegetable stock to this. And I'm not going to add a bit. I'm not going to add a bit. I'm going to add a bit. Morphine. I'm in pain today, so I've been on the morphine. Oh. A bit more. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Don't judge. I suffer with chronic pain, so I need morphine to basically do stuff like this. And this is why I'm here today, because I couldn't go out because I was in pain. So if I have a look. Oh, see, it's better. A little bit more. I'm gonna get the bits. Those bits. Gethin, do you wanna come and stir this with me gently? If I move back, because I can't, it's hurting me.
Ooh, this looks delicious.
A few onto the side and stir that.
It smells delicious.
Let's have a look. We'll just put it away. So what we're going to do is have a look. Oh, there you go. Nice and creamy. I just want it smooth enough to be like not an overly thick soup. I don't like it too chunky, but you know, smooth enough for it to be running off the spoon. So all I'm going to do now is spoon some out. Does a secret hand want to hold the bowl for me? Get them to hold this bowl for me. I'll hold it there. And then all we do, that's it, Gav, move it away. So then all I'm going to do, I'll put it here. Move this out the way. I'll take this off the heat. So all I'm going to do now, we've got some cream here. All I'm going to do now is just go around. There you go. Some nice cream. And that there is pumpkin soup. So who wants to be the first one to try? Me! Dang it!
That's not nice.
Sorry, cheering is getting no, it's not. Oh. It's really nice, guys. You're not gonna believe how good this tastes. No, you go. Go on, try it. I'll move out the way so you can try it.
I'm gonna have the first taste. Mmm, delicious.
Evan, do you want to try some?
It's really hot. She says she should blow it.
Blow it. It's really hot.
Nice.
Cauliflower, would you like to try some?
I'll have some in a second.
Well, that was pumpkin soup. I hope you enjoyed. I love making this stuff. I have to make it every Halloween. It's absolutely perfect, especially those cold nights as well. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.